John Besch, and I'm with Tryon Distributing. Tonight I've teamed up with Escoffier chef, head chef at Beaufort Grocery, Charles Park. And tonight we are pairing some wines with some of his delicious food. Our theme tonight is Four Corners. So we're going to start in Chile, in South America, with Mayu Vineyards and a Pedro Jimenez grape. Then we're going to move north to the northwest U.S. to Oregon, to the Willamette Valley with Chemistry Pinot Gris. Then we're going to go all the way to Tasmania and have a beautiful sparkling wine from Jan's Vineyard. And then over to France, and we're going to finish off with the beautiful Gamay grape from the Morgon appellation.
Okay, so we got two great boxes for you right here for this wine pairing dinner. The first one will contain the menu and go down and show you everything we're going to do. We had a last minute change on the sea salt caramels, and we made some sea salt caramel chocolate cookies for you. Okay, so as we dive in, we're going to see our first course ingredients. They're going to be lettuce wraps, very similar to tacos, if you will. We're going to use lettuce as the tortilla shell and then go from there by stuffing it with this seafood and different kind of sauces. Next box, we got the other two courses here, these delicious cookies we'll look at later. Keep them down here, or you can snack on them if you like. Then we have our lamb cannelloni with our two sauces, blue cheese and truffle oil, and arugula. And then our last course, we've got a charcuterie board. We've got different types of meats, pate, some rillettes I made, some nuts, brie cheese, Gruyere cheese, and grapes. We'll keep this in the box and break it out a little bit later. You're gonna need some kind of long plate or something. Envision what you do kind of like as tacos, okay, because that's how we're gonna kind of build them. So in this container here, you've got your good lettuce that you can lay out on your plate like this. There's actually enough food here for 8 people if you want to stretch it. We've got 3 different meats. We got pickled shrimp, we've got bay scallop ceviche, we've got some smoked sturgeon from Marshallburg Farms. They grow sturgeon down in Marshallburg and they smoke it, and they also harvest caviar. It's quite good. Okay, so maybe we'll make one with sturgeon on this side here, and then over here do one with the ceviche. And we can do another one with the pickled shrimp. All local seafood here. Sturgeon is grown in Marshallburg. Shrimp comes right out of the Core Sound. And the bay scallops, well, they're not totally local, but they come from southern. Have fun with this. Make it any way you want to. It's a nice summer dish. We got a little enchilada to put on top. This is basically just a little bit of shredded cabbage, some onion, and some cilantro. And we've got our sauces. Maybe do a red sauce here. Red sauce in the here, a combo. And I got some nice green tomatillo salsa. For the next course, we're going to have the Thai salmon curry, but I want to go ahead and get started on the lamb because that has to roast in the oven for a little bit. So as you can see, what I've done is I've given you guys these little lamb cannolis that I've made, and they're in this tin where you can bake them in this tin. Okay, but if you're at a house and you have some casserole dishes or some Pyrex or some of that Corningware, they actually come out much better in those. Okay, so what we want to start to do is we can go ahead and maybe put 2 in each one. Next thing we want to do is we're going to take our tomato sauce and put it on top. Or tomato ragu, I should say. That's what the menu says. And then we have our Mornay sauce, which is basically a bechamel with Parmesan cheese. And we're going to go ahead and put the blue cheese right over the top. And let it melt into that Mornay sauce. Again, I've got enough food here for 4 people if you want to stretch it. I mean, so we're going to take them right now. We'll put them in a 350 convection oven, maybe a 375 to 400 oven that's not convection. We're going to finish up with some arugula. I'm going to put it off to the side so they can see the cannellonis. Now again, I chose lamb cannellonis because in Tasmania they eat a lot of fresh greens. They eat truffles. Actually, they grow truffles in there. That's why we're going to finish this with truffle oil. And of course, everybody knows they eat lamb over there. So the acidity in the tomato will balance with the truffle oil. Okay. How I pack this for you is I've made it real simple so we don't overcook our salmon. We cook our salmon as much as we want. Our rice will be perfect, etc. So you've already got cooked rice in a boiling bag and the haricot vert or baby green beans in the boiling bag. The first thing you want to put into the water is your rice. And then you let it come back up to a simmer at least. Okay, in the meantime, we're going to take our curry sauce. Again, I paired this with what I did because in Oregon, they love Thai food, especially curry. And naturally, salmon comes from that area, right? So I thought, what a better pairing. Okay, so our water's come back up to a boil, salmon, and my beans into the water. And they're gonna heat up just right. The salmon's already been pre-seared, but it's still raw. You might wanna put the rice on top so the salmon sinks. Okay? And don't feel rushed about this. This can sit like this off the heat or whatever and be perfect for up to 15 minutes if you want to, if you get tied up with something. Okay? So, to do this up, go ahead and cut up our bag. And it's hot. Okay, just gonna maybe put half the rice here and half of it there. Our green beans that have already been blanched. Again, we just want to warm these up. Okay, make it just hot. Sprinkle those in there like so. Now pull out our salmon, which is now fully cooked. It's not raw on the bottom anymore. Nice and hot. Not overcooked. You know, like I said, again, you could cut these portions in half and easily feed 4 people. Go right on top. And then you can finish and sprinkle a little cilantro on top. We got to garnish our curry with our julienne. So we're going to go ahead and do it right now. Make it look like it's the last course since we are in France. Okay, I thought it looked better than a charcuterie board. Okay, this Beaujolais will pair with excellent with pâtés and cheeses. Okay, I included some crostinis for you guys. Just go nice in a bowl. Okay, you get a half a wheel of brie, which you can just put right on your board like this. I've got this board. This is what we use in the restaurant. Okay, I've made some pork rillettes, which is like cooked pork pâté. It'll come in a mason jar lid just like that with an herb on top. Boom, ready to go. Okay, we've got some Dijon mustard. serve with us some fig preserve. The second tier cheese is going to be a Gruyere. We vacuum sealed it to keep its freshness. We've got some garlic sausage here, and we've got some pâté maison, which is our house pâté with about 5% chicken livers in it. It's absolutely delicious. It's got dried fruits and nuts. We've got some grapes that are already separated for you. They're in their little things so people can just pick them up like that. We got some of our famous Beaufort Grocery candy pecans. Go along too. Okay. That'll be for your last course. Okay. And then don't forget, after you're done with everything, maybe have these later with some milk.
All right, we're gonna start our first dish with Vina Mayu from the Elqui Valley in Chile. Very northern part of Chile. And as you can see on here, there's some stars in the label. That's because this is a river of stars, is basically what Mayu means. And they do that because they have observatories up there. And because their air is so clean and clear, that's one of the big hobbies up there, is to look at the stars and stargaze. And that's why also you should drink the stars. Unique grape that we're using, Pedro Jimenez. That grape you might not be too familiar with, but that's because it's normally made to make sherry. So when we pour it, it's a beautiful, real pale, clear, almost clear color. Has a high acidity, which should pair well with the seafood. And this one also has been one of the highest vineyards in Chile, at about 6,230 feet above sea level. So I always like to try the wine, then try the food, and then go back with the wine. So I'm gonna try the wine. Very dry wine, a nice bright acidity to it, lots of citrus to it, so really looking forward to trying it with this. Just gonna dig in then. What a burst of flavors that is. Wow. So the cilantro and kind of like the salsa really burst out there. Tastes amazing. Good job, Charles. Now with the wine, yeah, the dryness of this wine and the citrus of it really pairs well with this, having this style of food. And also seafood with this wine is unbeatable. Of course, we're going to be pairing with Chemistry Pinot Gris from Willamette Valley in Oregon State. It's northern Oregon. So this vineyard, Chemistry, is part of it's a combination of two vineyards. Ben Stoller, not Stiller, and Harry Nedry, North Carolina native, started Chehalem Vineyards, and they always had their two separate entities. Ben Stoller had Stoller Family Vineyards, and Harry had Chehalem. Well, they decided the winemakers decided to come together and use their talents to create Chemistry Pinot Gris. As we said, we're in Oregon, so most Oregon Pinot Gris will have almost kind of a little more petroleum style taste to them, instead of more of it's a more complex Pinot Gris. Slightly chilled, you really get a little bit of all the flavors out. A little bit of kind of green apple comes out in this with a nice kind of medium body acidity to it. So, as Chef Charles said earlier, like curry in Oregon. They also like salmon, which comes from Oregon. So we have a salmon curry here. Looked real simple to make. Kind of made it foolproof. Just boil some water and put some stuff in there. I want to make sure I get a little bit of everything. So a little bit of rice, a little bit of the julienne, and a little bit of the green beans. Make sure you have a napkin when you do this. That's amazing. Now with the wine, the pairing's perfect because the little bit of heat and all the flavors from the curry gets kind of melted harmoniously away with this Pinot Gris. For our third course, we're going with Jan's from Tasmania. Now this is a sparkling rosé. So we're gonna start by opening the rosé. So now the party's started. Pour a little bit. So Jan's in Tasmania, this is just like a champagne from Champagne. This is a blend of Pinot Noir, Chardonnay, and Pinot Meunier. It's mainly Pinot Noir. That's where it gets a very light salmon color there. And then 22% Chardonnay and with just 6% Pinot Meunier. Nice bright bubbles on the nose. Very smooth, easy drinking rosé. That's great for honestly any time of day. Now we're gonna try these lamb with all this cheese and arugula. Also look very easy to make. I mean, just preheat the oven, put it in an oven-safe dish, and throw it on there. Hopefully they're not still piping hot. Charles, you outdid yourself. That's amazing. Put that on the menu. That's great. And then pairing with, now some people might be wondering why, well, it's red meat with a white wine. Drink what you like, whenever you like it, but we're gonna see how it pairs right now. Incredible. So the bubbles add, like, because this is a little bit more of a rich dish, bubbles really add some complexity to it and help with the flavor profile of it. Kind of brings a burst to it. And the strawberries of this kind of mellow out the richness. It's a beautiful pairing. For our final course, the fourth course, don't forget you also have cookies after this, is Chateau de Pizet Morgon. So this is one of the oldest and most respected vineyards in France, dating back to the 14th century. Morgon is a region in South Burgundy in the Beaujolais region. It's a smaller appellation. The grape in this one is 100% Gamay, so think more of a Pinot Noir style with a little more earthiness to it. These are meant to be drank young, so do not cellar this. Drink it right away, not a problem in my household. And also, I prefer it with a slight chill on it. So when you get it, throw it in the fridge for a little bit and then try it chilled, try it unchilled, and make your own decision. But on the nose, I get like ripe berries. In the mouth, you get like this beautiful kind of strawberry blackberry kick, followed by kind of a nice little tannic balance to it. So definitely going to try some of this with this great charcuterie board. Now the crostinis, definitely going to go with Bit of this, maybe a little bit of mustard on there. This Dijon mustard from France. Seeing as we're in France, doing France. And give it a little shot here. You've rendered me speechless because that's amazing again. Dijon mustard, amazing. That pairing right there with a little bit of the spiciness from the Dijon and the richness of the pate just kind of brings it all together, and then the wine just smooths it all out. Another beautiful pairing by Chef Charles. Don't forget we also have some fig preserves that'll probably go really well with that, and of course the brie. It'll go great with that. And what were these again, Charles?
That's sopressata.
Sopressata.
Mm-hmm.
I would like that with a little cheese, probably, in my opinion. And by a little, I mean a lot, because I'm from Wisconsin and that's what we like, is cheese. So I'll try not to... Yeah, this wine will pair just fine with everything that we have here.